set off on a mission to find the strange mana tree which appeared in a dream, only to be met with an unexpected discovery. The globe map is devoid of any markers. Throughout your adventure, you will come across unique artifacts that can be carefully placed on the map, causing towns and dungeons to appear and advance the story. Immerse yourself in the vast region of Firegirl, where you will meet a broad range of personalities, fight difficult beasts, and complete various tasks. The music in this remastered edition has been recreated, and you can choose between the new and original soundtracks. The story of Lost SPHEAR begins in the remote town of Elgarth, when a young child named Kanata awakens from a traumatic dream to find his birthplace fading before his eyes. When confronted with a terrifying entity that threatens the very essence of life, he must summon the dormant power of memory in order to retrieve what has been lost. In order to avert their world's inevitable annihilation, Kanata and his allies begin on a quest to reconstruct their reality, harnessing varied memories and masterfully changing the environment around them.
Choose wisely. These answers will...
Tactics Ogre Reborn is a tactical role-playing game set in the Valerian Isles, where players must make decisions that influence the plot's destiny. The game has three-dimensional battlefield, updated AI, and a unit-by-unit administration system. The game has various gameplay enhancements such as faster fight speeds, autosaves, and a total rework of controls and UI. Players can uncover the world tarot, which allows them to return to the story and keep their forces intact. The game also includes endgame material such as the 100-level Palace of the Dead.
Your strategy. Reborn and deeper than ever. Dive into it.
Dungeon of the Endless is an award-winning rogue-like dungeon defense game in which players must protect a wrecked ship's generator while traversing an ever-expanding dungeon. The game involves a group of heroes who are dispatched to the RICO system, an unknown planet that was formerly home to a large settlement of the Endless, the galaxy's roaming ancestors. The ship disintegrates, leaving the surviving prisoners damaged but temporarily alive. They realize they've crashed through an endless facility, which leads to an ancient dungeon. The 7 heroes constitute a huge threat to the Empire, and you must lead several generations of leaders in a valiant battle against them. The SaGa RPG series allows you to control a variety of characters from the Imperial lineage, each with their own strengths and limitations. As the Empire grows, you must make decisions that will mold its identity and position in history. To survive the 7 heroes' attack, you must acquire allies, form alliances, and strengthen the Empire's military and economic power. Fury Unleashed is a dynamic comic book experience that immerses players in a living comic book world where ink is a valuable resource. The game has a powerful combo system that allows players to learn the art of faultless gameplay. Customization choices allow players to select between the hard difficulty and the easy mode, unlocking more difficult settings such as incredible and legendary. The game also includes a rogue elite with soft permadeath, in which players can deliberately choose objects to help them progress through the game and win permanent enhancements for future runs upon death. As a rogue police detective, you'll be immersed in the exciting world of law enforcement. With only 24 hours on the clock, you and your partner must take down criminal groups and solve the RICO case of a lifetime. Prepare for the unexpected, as each case is procedurally produced, resulting in a new experience each time. To get an advantage over your opponents, strategically choose your loadout and use the element of surprise. Unlock new weaponry, task types, and qualities as you advance through the ranks in battle for the top spot on the cop scoreboard. Firegirl is a youthful rescue officer who answers to emergency calls throughout the city using a trusty axe and a high-pressure fire hose as a jetpack. She must rescue imprisoned individuals and discover the cause of the city's fires. Firegirl must extinguish procedurally produced fires in forests, hotels, trains, and apartment buildings. She must douse flames, cut past obstructions, kill pyro monsters, and use her hose to boost jumps and reach high spots in order to save survivors and kitties. Between missions, Firegirl must rebuild the firehouse, upgrading equipment and hiring fresh personnel.
Is on a mad
Torchlight II is a fascinating multiplayer game in which players can govern a world full with frightening creatures, treasures, and secret mysteries. To participate in cooperative gameplay, players can team up with pals online or solo. Players can design and personalize their characters from 4 distinct classes, resulting in unlimited possibilities. The game's dynamic level randomization ensures that the gameplay and challenges remain fresh. Pets can be upgraded with unique consumables, and a new Game Plus mode allows players to resume the game with their current character. Superliminal is a game in which individuals join as part of Dr. Pierce's Somnascult Dream Therapy program. They move through dreamlike worlds where objects can be modified and reshaped by shifting their vantage point. The game employs forced perspective, resulting in optical illusions that challenge players to think outside the box. Each level contains a unique puzzle that encourages players to reconsider their beliefs and perceptions of reality. As users go through the software, the problems become more intricate and strange, blurring the distinction between reality and the unconscious mind.
You are exhibiting signs consistent with an increase in fear, hopelessness.
Explore the ocean's depths, overcoming obstacles like hazardous currents, carnivorous critters, and natural disasters. Discover a range of coral species with distinct abilities like poison filtration and UV barrier formation. Use them to help restore weakened reefs and attract marine life such as fish and sea turtles. The tour also reveals underwater treasures such as ancient shipwrecks, unique animals, and caves. Each finding helps us better understand the fragile balance of the ocean ecosystem and the need of preserving it.
Every cycle you take your...
Being a sleeper, you are a digitized human consciousness housed in an artificial body controlled by an enterprise. To survive and thrive, you must form friendships, work hard, and negotiate the weird metropolis's factions. The game employs dice clocks and drives to help you navigate the station and discover secrets. You must choose which characters to assist and roll your dice to gain access to decades of digital data and secrets stored in the station's cloud. Citizen Sleeper delves into concepts of precarity, personhood, and freedom in a highly current sci-fi scenario.
They don't own you anymore.
Bullets Per Minute is a rhythm FPS game that mixes first-person shooting and music. As a Valkyrie, you protect Asgard against underworld forces with coordinated actions and weapons. Players must travel randomly created dungeons, battling 7 difficult enemies with distinct movement and attack techniques. To reach the ultimate monster, players must beat 7 bosses with different movement and attack patterns. The Overdrive update includes new characters, weapons, a new chapter, and 2 new difficulty levels, Practice and Hellish. Earth Atlantis is a fully immersive underwater game that transports players to a bygone era where human civilization and the deep sea collide. Players travel across a large underwater landscape, encountering aquatic monsters that combine organic and mechanical aspects. The game's revolutionary gameplay mechanisms stimulate exploration and experimentation while rewarding players for flexibility and ingenuity. Aside from the exhilarating fights, Earth Atlantis tells a gripping story that unravels the mysteries of the Great Climate Shift. Potata is a fantastic adventure game in which players progress through stages with distinct difficulties. They must use their magical talents to get past barriers and defeat opponents. As they develop, they learn new spells and skills that allow them to alter the world and interact with creatures. Along the voyage, they come across a variety of characters, each with their own story and mission. As they progress deeper into the dark forest, they are met with challenging boss bouts that put their abilities and strategic thinking to the test. Thanks everyone for watching. If you liked any one of these games, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Hope to see you on the next one. And stay awesome.